Hey, what's good with it, Black Goose TV family, man? Double salute as always. It's your boy Fluence Boxing back in the building once again with some more Fluence Boxing news. And you already know whenever I bring it to you, it's always 110%, and it's never ever gonna be changing. Look, I'm giving you guys breaking news. I don't know if you heard it somewhere else. I don't know if you already read the articles. I don't know if you had your head in the right situation, in the right place, so you can understand the type of information I'm about to bring to y'all, or you already knew about the information I'm about to bring to y'all. But right now, what I'm going to be presenting to y'all is going to be breaking news. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, and this is two multiple reports, two multiple sources that I've seen that has put this out here in the atmosphere, saying that supposedly Fury versus Usyk is next, and it should be happening, if not mid-February, late February, but early March of next year, most likely in the Middle East, most likely in Saudi Arabia, most likely in Dubai, one of those particular places. But that is what is being reported as of now. Even Bob Aaron himself, and let me go ahead and get to that report right now, because y'all might think I'm lying. Y'all be like, ain't no way Bob Aaron said that. No. Look, this is for the people. Look, y'all see that? Bob Aaron says Fury versus Usyk could get announced next week. Now, I'm going to be 100 with y'all, man. This is kind of going against everything that I thought. It's going against everything I predicted. This is going against everything that I put out in the atmosphere. And what do I mean by that? Like what are you talking about? I was the first person to say, look, I don't see Tyson Fury versus Usyk happening next. Oh, excuse me, not happening in the beginning of the year, because it seems like Usyk versus Deontay Wilder is the way to go. It seems like Usyk wants to fight, Wilder wants to fight. It seems like Tyson Fury might be going a different direction. In the beginning of the year, he might maybe look to fight Joe Joyce. He might look to fight Otto Wallen. He might look to keep things a little bit light. And then maybe later in the year, he'll look to have a little bit more bigger to fight. So maybe get the winner of Usyk versus Wilder, possibly fight Anthony Joshua, whatever the case may be. That was my impression. That's what I was thinking. That's how I was dissecting the whole entire situation. But it looks like I've been duped. It looks like, I'm saying, I'm saying they rolled me around the block and I didn't even know what's going on. I thought I was going to a whole different destination. I'm saying, I got in the whip. It's like, yeah, we finna take you here. All they did was drive around 2 times around the block, and they went to the same spot that was, a mile away from my crib. And they're like, this is the destination. I'm like, wait, nigga, hold up. I know where this is. You know what I'm saying? I got duped. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? However you want to take it, that's how it goes. If these reports are true, if these are accurate, if this is something that we can really go by and we can really trust and be like, okay, this is the case. Because when it comes to Tyson Fury fights, man, these bad boys begin announced way before. But I will say this. When it comes to Tyson Fury in his camp, they don't play when it comes to announcing an opponent very early, and then maybe later on, a legend that they're going to fight someone else, and then all of a sudden they end up fighting the person that we obviously forgot about, that they announced like 2-3 months ago. For example, Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora was the guy Tyson Fury first announced that he wanted to fight after he fought Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora, after he fought Dillian White. A lot of people, dismissed it, said ain't no way that's going to happen. And all of a sudden we had all these talks about AJ possibly having a fight with them, Otto Wallen possibly having a fight with them. Ultimately, the only fight Derek Chisora. So it's like, when it comes to his camp, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, things like that, I kind of see how they go. Even, makes me reminisce about how they kind of promoted the Joseph Parker, Joe Joyce fight, where, they announced it mad early, then they both went on, had their own fights, and all of a sudden they did end up fighting. I can see this the same way. So it's like, I do believe there's a possibility of this happening as early as February 18th. I don't believe that. I would have to see this fight happening around March. That's what I would think, because I do truly believe Usyk will have a fight before he fights Tyson Fury, and I think Tyson Fury might too. That's my personal belief. That's how I feel in the inside. That's what my core is telling me. But I might be completely, utterly wrong, right? And y'all let me know if y'all think I am wrong. Drop it below in the comments, man. Like the video while you're doing it. Subscribe to the channel. Show some love to BlakGooseTV. Y'all already know what it is, man. We working. But let me get into the details of this. Coming from Boxing News 24. And like I said, I showed you guys the most recent, where Bob Arums himself. So there's a possibility this fight gets announced as early as next week. Should we believe it? Is it believable? Let's see. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk almost done for February 18th or March 4th in the Middle East. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk is close to being done between the dates of 18th of February or March 4th of next year, according to Usyk's manager, Egis Klimas. Assuming, and by the way, Bob Arum just confirmed that literally a couple minutes ago, which I showed you guys the article of him saying it might be announced next week. Assuming Fury makes it through training camp without physically falling apart and needing to postpone, fans will see an excellent fight between him and Usyk next year. This is coming from Egis Klimas, which is Usyk's manager. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight world title was almost done. Wow. Almost done. That's an interesting thing to say. Camps have been in negotiation for weeks before the Derek Chisora fight. Target dates of February 18th, March 4th in the Middle East per Talksport. Unfortunately, either of these dates might be too soon for the injured Fury to take. The 34-year-old got banged up in the fight, and it's questionable whether he'll be healthy enough to make a quick return in February or March to fight against Usyk. Fury would need to make it through training camp in one piece for the Usyk fight to happen. Given Fury's recent history of blowing up the Anthony Joshua fight, that's different. I already talked about that when it came to that was just a play on negotiation. He was going to fight Derek Chisora regardless. So not much to take from that article. There was a little bit more going on in the article, but I like to go to the specifics. I like to go to the quotes because that makes you a little bit more secure in what's going on. If Oleksandr Usyk's manager is saying there's a possibility for the fight to happen, or we're very close to negotiations, I do believe it. Let's go ahead and read this one right here. It isn't what I got on screen, right? See that? Let's go ahead and read that one. Bob Arum says Fury versus Usyk might get announced next week. Let's go straight to the quote. I'm not going to go through all the huff and bluff and the pretty shit. It was a pretty one-sided fight, but it's really hard to imagine a heavyweight that can compete with Tyson Fury, said Bob Arum to Fight Hub TV. I think of all of them, Usyk has the best chance. Usyk is a very good friend of mine. I don't promote him, but I've always been friendly with him. He's been friends with Lomachenko, and I know him very, very well. I think he's capable of giving Tyson Fury a good fight because he's very brave and he's a tremendous boxer. I think both fighters want to fight, and that's a step in the right direction. We're not fielding offers from around the world, and hopefully by next week, we'll be able to have an announcement. It could be in the Mideast. It could be at Wembley Stadium in front of 95,000 people. Right now, the Brits support boxing like no other place. We did 60,000 for Fury's fight with Chisora, which was a sellout. You're only allowed to put 60 in the stadium. When he fought his previous fight against Dillian Whyte, it was in a different municipality, and they allowed us to do 95,000 at Wembley Stadium in London, and we sold every seat. So there's nothing like the British fight fans. So, look, guys. Depending on how much of this video you watched, in the beginning, you're going to be very excited. But I'm going to stand by what my statement is. I do not think Tyson Fury will fight Oleksandr Usyk February or March. I do think both these guys will have fights before then. I think there will be somewhat high-profile fights, especially Usyk. Just doesn't make sense, especially with, with the possibility of Fury taking some damage from Chisora, having some injuries, for him to turn right around and fight Usyk that early doesn't make sense. Now, to fight somebody else like an Otto Wallen or something, it does. But Usyk, I see that happening more in summer where you can really get the most out of that money. You know what I'm saying? Why would you have a big name fight in the beginning of the year when that's just not known to happen in boxing? That's why I'm a little confused about the Gervonta Davis-Ryan Garcia fight. But hey, we're going to talk about that a lot more tonight when I go live. You already know what it is. So I'm not going to be long-winded. What do you guys think about this possibly happening in February 18th or March 4th? Do you think it's just promoting this? Do you think it's just marketing? Do you believe it? Do you think it's just some bullshit? Or do you have complete and utter faith that this is going to this is going to actually happen? And we will be able to actually watch this fight in the first quarter of boxing of next year. Let me know below. As always, drop it in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, wherever you at. Show some love, baby, because I'm going to show some love back. You already know what it is. Keep it 110%, man, on Arnold Schwarzenegger inside the game. I'll be back with more boxing. Stay blessed, not stressed. I'm out.